Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're going to dive into one of the most powerful and honestly surprising Psalms in the whole Bible, Psalm 87. Yeah, it's short, but its message about who belongs to God, well, it is absolutely revolutionary.
And just so you know, this devotional explainer is brought to you by our friends at the You Need Faith in Jesus team.
So let's just get right to it. It's a question we all wrestle with at some point, right? Where is my home? Where do I really fit in? Well, this ancient song gives an answer that echoes right into our lives today in a really profound way.
To understand that answer, we've got to visit the place where it all begins. So, Section 1, the city God built. We're talking about a unique city, one founded and established by God himself.
The psalm kicks off with this incredible declaration in verses 1 through 3. His foundation is in the holy mountains. The Lord loveth the gates of Zion more than all the dwellings of Jacob. Glorious things are spoken of thee, O city of God. You can just feel the affection here, can't you? This isn't just a place. It's a project of divine love, a city with a very special purpose.
And that's the crucial point. Zion's importance isn't about its physical location or its military might. It's significant because it's the city of God, a place destined for glorious things that were spoken by God himself. Its value comes directly from its divine founder.
And you know, this wasn't a one-off idea. It actually points to a much bigger plan. The prophet Isaiah confirms that this city, the Lord's house, would one day become a spiritual center not just for Israel, but for the whole world. All nations would flow to it. Now keep that idea in your back pocket, because what comes next is truly astonishing.
And that brings us to our second section, an unexpected invitation. So if this city is so special, who gets an invite? Well, the answer might just surprise you.
All right, now let's look at this guest list in verse 4. God himself is speaking, and just look who he names. Rahab and Babylon, Philistia and Tyre with Ethiopia. Let's be really clear. These were not friends. Rahab is a poetic name for Egypt, a historic oppressor. Babylon would become a future conqueror. These were all outsiders, even enemies.
This is such a radical shift in thinking. The psalm is prophesying that people from these exact nations, the ones you would least expect, will be counted among God's people. So how is that even possible? Well, the psalm gives us the key. Did you notice that phrase that gets repeated for each nation? This man was born there. Now, this can't be talking about a physical birth in Jerusalem. No, this is a spiritual birth, a divine act where God grants someone a new life and a new citizenship in his spiritual city.
And centuries later, the Apostle Paul reveals the beautiful fulfillment of this very prophecy. He says in Jesus Christ, all the old dividing lines, nationality, social status, gender, they're all removed. Faith in him is the basis for this new birth, making us all one family, citizens of his kingdom.
Okay, so if citizenship is a gift from God, how secure is it? I mean, how can we really be sure of our place in this city? Well, the psalm gives us an absolutely incredible assurance.
The great honor of this city is that people from all over the world are counted as its children. And just look at the guarantee. The highest himself shall establish her. God doesn't just start this spiritual family. He personally guarantees its existence and its future. It's rock solid.
You know, this has to be one of the most comforting verses in all the Psalms. Think about it. God himself is the census taker. He keeps the official register of citizens. When he writes up the list of his people, he personally records that you, once a foreigner, were born there. Your citizenship is officially and permanently recorded by the King himself.
And the New Testament makes this crystal clear. In Philippians, Paul says our conversation, which in the King James means our citizenship, is in heaven. Our true identity, our true passport, it's not of this world. It's securely held for us in the presence of God.
So what's life like for a citizen of this heavenly city? Is it a bunch of rules and regulations? No, not at all. The psalm concludes with this explosion of joy and deep satisfaction.
The city of God is filled with music and celebration. It's a place of vibrant worship, a community just overflowing with the joy that comes from being saved and included in God's family.
And then comes this deeply personal, powerful declaration, all my springs are in thee. A spring is a source of water, of life, of refreshment. The psalmist is saying everything that truly gives me life, everything that satisfies my deepest thirst is found in you, O God. It's all in your city.
And who is the ultimate fulfillment of that longing? It's Jesus Christ himself. He is the living water. He is the one who satisfies our soul's thirst forever. He is the true Zion, the place where we find God and the source of all our joy.
So, what does this ancient psalm mean for us right here, right now? How do we actually live as citizens of this incredible city? Well, first, you can rest because your security is in God's foundation, not your own performance. Second, we're called to reject prejudice because God's invitation is for everyone. Third, you get to live with assurance, knowing your name is written down by God Himself. And finally, you can find your true joy in Jesus, the source of everything you will ever need.
And that leads us to a final thought to take with you. If this is true, if your identity is secure and your real home is with God, how does that change the way you live, the way you treat other people, and the way you face your challenges today?